A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a stark warning, the UK Defence Committee has highlighted the alarming lack of a cohesive national plan to defend the UK from potential military attacks, especially in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The committee's chair, Labour MP Tamanjeet Singh DC, emphasized the pressing need for the government to engage with the public regarding the nature of the threats faced by the nation. The report, which follows an extensive inquiry, reveals that the UK is not only failing to meet its NATO obligations, but is also falling short of the necessary readiness to support its allies in times of conflict. DC stated, Putin's brutal invasion of Ukraine, unrelenting disinformation campaigns, and repeated incursions into European airspace mean that we cannot afford to bury our heads in the sand. He urged the government to prioritize homeland defense and resilience, underscoring the importance of public involvement in national security matters. To bolster the UK's defense capabilities, plans are underway to establish at least 13 new munitions and military explosives factories across the country, with Defense Secretary John Healey announcing that the first plant is expected to break ground next year. Healey described the current geopolitical climate as a new era of threat, but also an economic opportunity, with the potential creation of over 1,000 jobs in the defense sector. The government is set to invest £1.5 billion in new energetics and munitions factories, marking a significant shift in the UK's defense strategy, which has relied heavily on foreign production for critical military supplies. Healey stated, "For too long, our proud industrial heartland saw jobs go away and not come back. We are changing that. The factories will produce explosives, pyrotechnics, and propellants, aiming to reinvigorate domestic production capabilities that have been dormant for nearly 2 decades. Potential sites for these factories have been identified in various regions, including Grangemouth in Scotland, Teesside in northeast England, and Milford Haven in Wales. In addition to munitions factories, the government is also set to announce the opening of 2 new drone factories in Plymouth and Swindon, further enhancing the UK's defense manufacturing capabilities. Healey emphasized that the defense sector is being transformed into an engine for economic growth, asserting that the government is committed to supporting British jobs and skills while preparing the nation for future conflicts. The Defense Committee's report also criticized the slow pace of improvements to civil defense and resilience, warning that the UK may not be meeting its NATO obligations to maintain the capacity to resist armed attacks. The committee called for a more coordinated effort to communicate the level of threat to the public and what to expect in the event of conflict. DC remarked, "Wars aren't won just by generals, but by the whole of the population getting behind the armed forces and playing our part." The government has pledged to increase defense spending to 3% of GDP by 2034, a move aimed at addressing the current shortcomings in the UK's defense posture. As the situation evolves, the public's understanding and engagement in national defense will be crucial in ensuring the UK is prepared to face any emerging threats. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.